no problem with audio as well. Can hear me properly? Is it okay? Okay, okay then. I will start. I will start. Okay, I posted yesterday's lectures link that I had posted on YouTube in the group. I think many of the students might not have attended that or seen that lecture or seen that video of my yesterday's lecture because it was uploaded a bit late and you were busy with other lectures for the whole day, no? So you will attend that lecture or you will see that lecture on the YouTube video. Yesterday's lecture I had posted it a bit late. The topic I had taken, yesterday was stab wounds. Stab wounds are also called as puncture wound. Stab wound or puncture wound. So you all people, please see that video of stab wounds. I have shared its link in the both the groups, summer as well as winter, second year. I have posted the link of that video in both the groups. Please attend that lecture and let me know the difficulties. Is it okay? Anyone has seen that lecture? Anyone has seen that video? Stab wound? Anyone? Yes or no? Hmm? Anyone has seen that my yesterday's lecture? Stab wounds? Because I will not be taking stab wound today. You are supposed to see that video that I have uploaded on YouTube and shared the link in your groups. So please go through the lecture, through that lecture. You all will? You all will see that video? Everyone? Hmm. Okay. Okay, so I will not take that topic that is stab wound. Stab wound or also called as puncture wound. I have taken that lecture yesterday and posted on YouTube. Okay, then we will go to the next type of injury. This fabricated wound, it is a small topic in uh, same thing in the mechanical injuries. I have taken it in yesterday's lecture. So today we will go to one very big topic, that is burns. It's a big topic and commonly, repeatedly, it is asked as a 10-mark question. There are also 5-mark short notes are also there that I will tell you when we will come across that. So it is burns is a very commonly, very frequently asked as a 10-mark question in question number 4. So depending upon the degree of severity, burns have been classified, the injuries caused by burns have been classified by Dupuytren. They have been classified by Dupuytren into 6 degrees initially, in the beginning, but later on these Dupuytren's 6 degrees were slightly modified by Wilson, and now what we study recently is the burns have been classified into 3 degrees. So whenever you will see any patient of burns, that burn injuries are to be classified according to those degrees. So first degree burns means they are very superficial, involving only epidermis. Superficial burns will be involving only the epidermis, that is the most superficial layer of the skin, and they are self healing. They will not lead to much complication because they are very much superficial. They are called as first degree. Then second degree burns are dermoepidermal, means it is involving other layers of the skin also. Along with epidermis, other layers are also involved. So their treatment will require skin grafting. For the management, they will require skin grafting because there is destruction of all the layers of the skin. And third is deep burn, third degree burns are called as deep burns, where there is loss of function and it will cause disfigurement and disablement. Means after healing it will cause fibrosis. After healing it will cause fibrosis डिसफिगरमेंट मतलब जो भाग जल चुका है विद द थर्ड डिग्री बर्न, it will be bad looking because of that fibrosis and all. Fibrosis, contractures after the burns, and disablement, so that part will not be able to perform its normal functions. So that is disablement will be there. So disability will be there. So according to Wilson, the degrees of the burns, the injuries caused by the burns are classified into 3 degrees. First degree called as epidermal, second degree called as dermoepidermal, and third degree called as deep burns. This is commonly asked in orals, and you will have to write in detail when there is long question on burns, degrees of burns. So these are the images you can see. First degree burns where the burn injuries or that burn has affected only superficial layer of the skin. Then second degree burn where all the other layers of the skin are affected, so it is slightly deeper. And third degree burn, the injuries are very deep, and there will be contracture and disfigurement because of involvement of the deeper muscles and all. So these are the 3 degrees. Got everyone the 3 degrees of burns? Superficial, that is epidermal, then dermoepidermal, and deep burns. By this photograph you can understand first degree, second degree, and third degree burns. Different layers and different structures are involved. Okay, now I'll see you some details about these 3 degrees. So epidermal burns will be manifested in the form of red blister. Red blister. भाजल्यानंतर ज्या फोड्या येतात ना, गरम पाणी, गरम चहा पडला, गरम तेल पडलं, त्याच्यानंतर त्या त्वचेवर फोड्या येतात, फोड, ब्लिस्टर. सो दिस रेड ब्लिस्टर दॅट इज कवर्ड विथ पेल अवॅस्क्युलर इपिडर्मिस, म्हणजे फोड आल्यानंतर दिस वन फर्स्ट इमेज, दॅट इज फर्स्ट डिग्री बर्न. तो जो फोड येतो त्वचेवर दॅट इज अवॅस्क्युलर. सो ब्लिस्टर इज कवर्ड विथ पेल अवॅस्क्युलर इपिडर्मिस विच इज व्हेरी थिन अँड इट कॅन बी इझिली रप्चर्ड, म्हणजे त्याला थोडासा जरी धक्का लागला तरी तो फुटतो आणि मग त्याच्यातून पाणी बाहेर येतं. सो कदाचित तुमच्यापैकी कित्येक लोकांनी ते बघितले पण असतील, सुपरफिशियल बर्न्स कॉझिंग ब्लिस्टर. सो epidermal burns are in the form of red blister covered with pale avascular epidermis. It is thin with bright red area of inflammation, and they are very painful because all the sensory nerve endings are irritated. Sensory nerve endings are also damaged by that. That's why the superficial burns are very painful. थोडासा जरी फोड आला त्वचेवर काहीतरी गरम पाणी वगैरे काही पडून, तर इट इज व्हेरी पेनफुल बिकॉज ऑफ इन्व्हॉल्वमेंट ऑफ द सेन्सरी नर्व एंडिंग्स. So it is pale avascular epidermis covered, that is covering and forming the blister, and it is surrounded by bright red area of inflammation. And it completely heals without any scar. So there is complete recovery of epidermis without any scar formation. Then second degree means this middle image. Second degree means middle image, middle photograph, second degree burn where all the layers of the skin are affected. In dermoepidermal burn, the whole thickness of the skin is destroyed. Whole thickness of the skin is destroyed because of involvement of all the layers of the skin, and that's why the affected area appears श्रिवल्ड मतलब रिंकल्स दिखेंगे उसके ऊपर, रिंकल्ड, श्रिवल्ड, डिप्रेस्ड एरिया ऑफ कोएगुलेटेड टिश्यू. तो बीचों बीच में देयर विल बी डिप्रेस्ड एरिया ऑफ कोएगुलेटिव नेक्रोसिस. कोएगुलेटिव टिश्यू विल बी देयर and surrounded by hyperemic blistered skin. You can see surrounding skin, this middle, the surrounding skin will be hyperemic means red. Surrounding skin will be hyperemic with blister. That is जो फर्स्ट डिग्री में वुंड रहती है, फर्स्ट डिग्री में इंजुरी रहती है, that first degree injury will be seen surrounding the second degree burn. So blisters will be surrounding the central depressed area of coagulated tissue. Then necrous tissue separates within 1 week with ulcer. मतलब वो धीरे धीरे स्लफ ऑफ हो जाएगा ना, ड्यूरिंग हीलिंग इट विल स्लफ ऑफ. So necrous tissue will get separated within a week and will lead to formation of a ulcer which heals with scar formation. पहले वाले में epidermis में there will not be scar, complete repair will occur without scar, but here in dermoepidermis there will be healing with scar formation, and scar may contract, there will be formation of contracture, contracture होगा fibrosis की वजह से, so scar and fibrous tissue will lead to contracture and will lead to disfigurement and impaired functions. Then it is also having considerable pain and shock. And third degree burns are deep burns, where there is complete charring of the tissue. There will be complete charring of all the layers of the skin with deep structures like muscles, fascia and all, and there will be gross destruction of skin. Gross destruction of skin, subcutaneous tissues, muscles, and also in case of severe deep burns there can be destruction of or the charring of the bones also. And all the nerve endings are also destroyed, that's why they are painless. Deeper the burn, more deeper the burn, less painful it will be. So many times the question is asked in the orals, which burns are most painful? Because the injuries are very deep, students very commonly tell that deep burns are more painful, but actually superficial burns where the sensory nerve endings are affected, the superficial burns are more painful and deep burns are painless. Deep burns are painless because nerve endings are also destroyed here, सगळंच जळून गेलेलं असतं, that's why deep burns are painless. So remember, deep burns are not so painful as compared to the superficial burns. Got the 3 degrees? Got the 3 degrees of burns, everyone? Are you getting or should I repeat? समझ में आ रहा है? Okay, so epidermal burns are superficial in nature, very painful, heal without scarring. Dermoepidermal, the whole thickness of the skin is affected, and the central area will show necrosis, which will slough off within a week. Within a week, 1 week's period after burn, the central area will undergo necrosis. It will be sloughed off, leaving the ulcer, and that ulcer will heal with contracture because of fibrotic changes. Contracture will be there and it will lead to disfigurement and impaired function. And deep burns where there is complete charring of all the layers of the skin and the nerve endings are also destroyed, that's why they are painless. So this is about the 3 degrees of the burns: epidermal, dermoepidermal and deep burns. Now we will see uh, depending upon surface area of the body involved. Now this is very commonly repeatedly asked as a 5 mark shortcut. 5 mark shortcut, that is rule of 9. Rule of 9 is commonly asked as a 5 mark shortcut. And what is rule of 9? Rule of 9 explains you about the involvement of the body that has been surface area, depending upon the involvement of the surface area of the body, how much part of the body has been burned. In newspaper, in news you might have read somewhere कि ये आदमी 45% जल गया था, या इस आदमी के बदन के ऊपर 50% बर्न्स की इंजुरीज थे. So how that percentage is calculated? That percentage is calculated according to rule of 9. So this rule of 9 is it will explain in this way. So 9%, if the head is burnt, it will be calculated as 9%. Then if each arm, if one upper arm is burnt, it will be calculated as 9%. If the front and back of the trunk is burnt, it will be calculated as 18%, and 9% for front and back of each leg and 1% for perineum. These all will be calculated or togetherly will be 100%. So I will just show you with the diagram. See what I have mentioned here, how it is to be calculated. 9% for head and each arm. See, so 4.5% for anterior aspect of the arm, 4.5% for posterior of the arm. So 9% for one arm, 4.5% for face, and 4.5% for back of the head. So that will 9% for head. Then chest 9%, abdomen 9%, then back of the chest, back side 9%, back side of the abdomen or the lower chest 9%, that is 18% from front and 18% from behind, 1% for perineum, and 9% for front of the leg, 9% for back of the leg. So lower limb for 18%. Now you can calculate, it is totally will be calculated as 100. So 18% for the front of the trunk, 18% for back of the trunk, 9% for each arm, 9% for head, 1% for perineum, and 18% for each leg, 9% for front and 9% for back. In this way, the surface area is calculated. Now, spottings are there. In forensic medicine and toxicology, there are spottings are there. So, question can be asked like this: a person has received the burn injury, or one person has got burn injuries where his full right arm and say one right arm, one front of right leg, and anterior part of the chest or the front part of the trunk has been affected. What are the percentage of burn? So to make the calculation and give the exact percentage of the burn, you should know this calculation. So you'll have to mention how it is to be calculated and the percentage of the burns. So in this way, you'll have to draw the diagram also. When the rule of 9 question is asked in the theory paper, you'll have to draw this diagram from front and from back. So I just repeat: 9% for head, that is 4.5% from front, that is for face, and 4.5% for behind. Then 9% for arm, that is 4.5% in front and 4.5% for back. 18% for front and back of the trunk. So 9% for chest, 9% for abdomen. Then upper half of the back 9%, lower half of the back 9%, that is 18% for front and 18% for back. Then each leg 9% for front of the leg and 9% for back of the leg, for each leg. So 18% for each leg, front and back, and 1% for the perineum. So this will totally calculate as 100%. So just remember this diagram. You will have to draw this diagram in your theory paper. So that it should be calculated perfectly. Okay, got everyone? Rule of 9, it is asked as a separate short note. Rule of 9 समझ में आ रहा है? और should I repeat rule of 9? बोलो हाँ ना कुछ तो बोलो, so that I will come to know whether you have understood or not. बोलो बोलो, समझ में आ रहा है? Yes or no? See, if you have any problem, I will repeat. I will repeat. I will repeat. Don't hesitate to tell me if you have not understood anything. Got everyone rule of 9? Because it is very important. Not आवाज येत नाही क्लिअर? आतापर्यंत जेवढं झालंय 19 मिनिटं काहीच ऐकू नाही आलं का तुम्हाला? की थोडे थोडे डिस्टर्बन्सेस येत आहेत की अजिबात ऐकू? ठीक आहे ना, ठीक आहे ना. म्हणजे कळतंय ना, ब्रेक ठीक आहे थोडंसं नेटवर्क इश्यूमुळे होत असेल, पण कळतंय ना, म्हणजे अजिबातच काय कळलं नाही असं नाही झालं गेल्या 16-17 मिनिटांमध्ये. समज में हा कळतंय ना, मी जे काय बोल थोडंफार डिस्टर्बन्सेस जरी असले तरी कळतंय ना? हॅलो, हा ओके ओके, देन ओके. काय अडचण आली तर सांगा किंवा मेसेज करा. ओके. Ha, you can see the screen? You can see the screen? Okay, okay. So this is about rule of 9. So you will have to mention all these things, these 4 points, and you will have to draw diagram. You will get full marks. If you have mentioned everything in detail, you will get full marks for that short note. Now we will see the effects of burns. Now this is very important. Effects of burns. Now, whenever any person has received the injury, it will not happen that that person has got only superficial burn or that person has got only deep burn. So in one patient, all the three stages may be found in the same person. तो उसे बॉडी के कुछ पार्ट्स में सुपरफिशियल इंजुरी होगी और कुछ पार्ट में deep burns होंगे. So depending upon the exposure and how that person has been burnt. So all the three stages of the burns may be found together in the same person. Scarring is not common with scars. Scars मतलब क्या? Blisters. If there are superficial injury, we have seen superficial injury heals without scarring. So scarring will not be seen in case of scars. If the person has got corrosive burns means the burns because of strong acids, strong as sulfuric, nitric, hydrochloric, we have seen in toxicology. So if the burn injuries are because of corrosive acids, there will be keloid formation and scar formation. Keloid scarring will be there and deformity will also be there. Then Curling's duodenal ulcer is sometimes seen in some patients of burns. It is because of the tissue hypoxia and there will be ulcerations on the duodenum. So duodenum, now we will not go into detail of this pathology because that we will study it in detail in third year in surgery, how the duodenal ulcers are formed in case of burns. मतलब body पे burn होने के बाद पेशेंट के डिओडिनम पे कैसे अल्सर हो गया, दैट इज समथिंग डिफरेंट पार्ट दैट वी विल सी इन लेटर ऑन इन थर्ड ईयर. So Curling's duodenal ulcer is sometimes seen in case of severe burns because of tissue hypoxia and capillary endothelial damage. Right now you just remember this much. Now the effects of burns डिपेंड अपॉन टेम्परेचर. मतलब वो पानी, तेल या जो कुछ भी गर्म चीज है या बर्न डायरेक्टली फायर है, टेम्परेचर हायर द, वेरी सिंपल, हायर द टेम्परेचर सीवियर द बर्न. तो पानी, तेल, चाय जो भी है वो जितना ज़्यादा गर्म होगा उतना ज़्यादा सीवियर डैमेज होगा. सो टेम्परेचर, हायर द टेम्परेचर मोर सीवियर विल बी द डैमेज. देन ड्यूरेशन ऑफ एक्सपोजर, कितनी देर तक वो आदमी उस फायर को या उस गर्म चीज के साथ कांटेक्ट में रहा, कितने देर तक वो एक्सपोज हुआ. सो लॉन्गर द ड्यूरेशन ऑफ एक्सपोजर, more severe will be the damage. Then next, this is very important, extent and position. Surface area burnt is more important. Surface area burnt is more important. First degree burn over wide area is more dangerous than third degree burns in small area. Now this is again very commonly asked tricky question in orals. तो एग्जामिनर पूछते हैं, समझो एक आध पेशेंट को फोर आर्म पे थर्ड डिग्री बर्न हुआ है. फोर आर्म पे थर्ड डिग्री बर्न हुआ है, उसके सब फोर आर्म के मसल्स वगैरह सब जल चुके हैं एंड पेशेंट हैज गॉट डीप बर्न्स एंड अनदर पेशेंट इज हैविंग सुपरफिशियल बर्न्स ऑन say around 36% on his body. So which burns will be more dangerous? Which burns will be more dangerous? Anyone? Yes, the burn. Yes, the superficial burns involving wider part of the body or wider surface area will be more dangerous than third degree burn on the small area. So बच्चे कई बार ओरल में ऐसा बोलते हैं, अरे हाँ ये डीप बर्न है, यहाँ सब कुछ डिस्ट्रॉय हो चुका है तो ये ज़्यादा डेंजरस होगा. नॉट लाइक दैट. सो deep burn which is limited to smaller surface area is not that much dangerous as a superficial burn or first degree burn which is wide, which is present on the wide superficial surface area of the body. So first degree burn over wide area is more dangerous than third degree burn on the small area, and the burns which are on the head, neck, trunk and genital are more dangerous than the burns on the अपर लिम्ब और लोअर लिम्ब. हाथ पैर जलने की वजह से जो कॉम्प्लिकेशन होने के चांसेस है उससे ज़्यादा कॉम्प्लिकेशन कब होंगे? इफ द पेशेंट इज हैविंग बर्न इंजुरीज ऑन हिज फेस, नेक, trunk and genitalia, so it will be more dangerous. Then in case of age factor, infant and children, in case of infants and young children, shock and complications are more common. Shock and chances of complications are more common. So temperature, higher the temperature, severe the damage. Duration of exposure, longer the duration, severe will be the damage. Extent and position, first degree burns. ए इकरा खान, कौन गाना गा रहा है? इकरा खान, म्यूट योर सेल्फ, समवन इज सिंगिंग सॉन्ग। क्या रे तुम लोग, एटलीस्ट भले मेरा लेक्चर नहीं सुनना है, गाना सुनना है, गाना गाना है, माइक बंद करके गाना गाओ ना। माई लेक्चर शी इज अटेंडिंग, व्हाट शी इज डूइंग? BHMS और MBBS? माई लेक्चर? Then how the mic was on? Okay, forget it. Okay, okay, I will continue. Let's not waste the time. Uh, so extent and position, first degree burn, I repeat, first degree burn over wide area is more dangerous than third degree burn on small area. Because first degree burn अगर ज़्यादा extensive होगा, क्या होगा, large amount of serum will exude. Now I don't know whether you have seen any burn injury. तो सुपरफिशियल बर्न में क्या होता है, लार्ज अमाउंट ऑफ फ्लूइड इज लीकिंग, लार्ज अमाउंट ऑफ फ्लूइड इज दैट यू विल स्टडी इट इन डिटेल इन थर्ड ईयर सर्जरी. The burn injury you are again going to study it in detail in third year surgery. So in case of superficial burn injury, large amount of serum is exudating. So continuously उससे वो serum exudate होता रहता है. So that will cause loss of blood, from loss of fluid part from the blood, and that will cause hemoconcentration, circulatory collapse can occur, and patient can go into shock because of drop in the circulating volume of the blood. So chances of complication are more in case of extensive superficial burns as compared to small area deep burns. Now age of the burn. So to decide the age of the burn injury, you should go for careful examination. Redness will occur immediately. हाथ पे गर्म पानी, तेल या फ्लेम की कांटेक्ट में आने के बाद immediately that exposed part will become red. वेजिकेशन मतलब फोड़ी आना, फोड़ी या ब्लिस्टर आना. वेजिकेशन विल टेक अराउंड 2 to 3 आवर्स. जलने के बाद 2 से 3 घंटे में तुरंत उस पर ब्लिस्टर आ जाएगा. देन पस फॉर्मेशन विल बी विद इन 3 days. सो पस फॉर्मेशन बिकॉज ऑफ सेकेंडरी इन्फेक्शन, पस फॉर्मेशन, सो एविडेंस ऑफ इन्फेक्शन विल बी विद इन 72 hours. And superficial slough of 3 degrees will be thrown off in a week. So ये epidermal और सॉरी डर्मो एपिडर्मल और डीप बर्न में सेकंड एंड थर्ड डिग्री बर्न में वो बीच में नेक्रोसिस होके जो स्लफिंग ऑफ होने वाला है. सो स्लफिंग ऑफ द टिश्यू will take around 1 week, and deep sloughs can even take the 2 weeks. And granulation and scar formation will even need a few more weeks or even a month. So that age of the burn, for deciding the age of the burn injury, you should have careful examination. So immediate redness, vesication or blister formation within 2 to 3 hours, pus formation within 3 days, superficial sloughing in case of third degree burns will take around 1 week, and deep sloughing will take around 2 weeks, and granulation tissue thickening and fibrosis will require further more 2 weeks or even month. Now, what are the causes of this is very important. What are the causes of death in case of burn? प्राइमरी न्यूरोजेनिक शॉक. तो बर्न इंजुरी का पेन इतना ज़्यादा रहता है, दैट सीवियर बर्निंग, सो दैट सीवियर बर्निंग एंड दैट सडन एक्सपोजर टू द हाई फ्लेम्स और हाई टेम्परेचर will cause sudden neurogenic shock. Now I don't know whether you have studied general surgery, what is going on in pathology I don't know. Have you completed shock, different types of shock in pathology? Juniors, different types of shock you have completed. Okay, so there are okay, so there are so many shock types of shock are there. Hypovolemic shock, vasovagal shock, neurogenic shock, psychogenic shock, so many others. Out of them, that is neurogenic. If the patient suddenly receives any severe pain, वो sudden severe pain की वजह से patient will go into shock. So because of that severe pain of the burn as well as fear, as well as because of the fear patient can die instantaneously. मतलब बर्न से कॉम्प्लिकेशन होगा, बाद में उससे हाइपोवोलेमिया हो जाएगा, हीमो कॉन्सेंट्रेशन होके सर्कुलेटरी कोलैप्स होगा, बाद में शॉक में जाएगा. These are late complication, but patient will instantaneously die because of neurogenic shock as well as fear. वो जलने की डर से ही वो मर जाएगा. So that is primary neurogenic shock. Then patient will die within 24 to 48 hours because of severe pain or injury to the vital organs. There can be trauma, injury to the vital organs in case of deep burns, and patient will die because of secondary shock. Then asphyxia. What do you mean by asphyxia? Difficulty in respiration. There might be some obstruction to the respiration, and obstruction to the respiration will because of suffocation, that is inhalation of the smoke. तो समझो किसी घर में जलते हुए घर में कोई आदमी एक आधा रूम में या किसी फैक्ट्री में उसके वर्किंग प्लेस में कहीं तो आग लग गई है और वो किसी रूम में या किसी ऐसी जगह पे फंस गया है जहाँ से वो बाहर नहीं निकल सकता, तो क्या होगा, वो जलने की वजह से बिकॉज ऑफ दोज फायर एंड ऑल, large amount of gases will escape, like carbon dioxide, carbon monoxide, products of combustion, all these things will get accumulated in that particular room or the area where that person has been trapped, and all these things will be inhaled. So inhalation of large amount of smoke containing carbon dioxide, carbon monoxide and other irrespirable gases, जिसकी वजह से उसका ऑक्सीजनेशन oxygenation across alveolar capillary membrane will be hampered and person will develop asphyxia, and patient will die because of respiratory complication. Then accidental injuries from falling structure, मतलब वो किसी फैक्ट्री में, वर्किंग प्लेस में या घर में कहीं तो अटक गया है किसी रूम में, उस घर को आग लग गई है, तो वो जो भी टूटेगा फूटेगा उसके सर पे गिर सकता है ऊपर से कुछ जलने की वजह से. So there can be accidental injuries from falling structure. Then fat embolism. These are the pathological complications. Fat embolism can occur. Acute tubular necrosis, that is renal failure. So acute tubular necrosis is renal failure. So any patient who has gone into shock, and if any shock, let it be neurogenic, psychogenic, vasovagal, hemorrhagic shock, hypovolemic shock, or whatever type of shock. Now you have not yet studied the different types of shock. So if any person gets such a shock and shock condition is maintained for more than 2 hours, renal failure will occur, because blood that is circulating through the kidneys will be reduced, required blood pressure for the development of urine, for the secretion of the urine will be reduced, and patient will develop renal failure. So that is called as acute tubular necrosis. Right now you just remember the shock like condition, any shock that is maintained for more than 2 hours will cause renal failure, that is acute tubular necrosis, and patient will die because of renal failure. So these are the causes of death: primary neurogenic shock because of severe pain and also because of fear. Then within 2 days because of severe pain to the and injury to the vital organs. चलो जल चलो 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 जल्दी जल्दी. All are back. All are back. 42 participants I can see. 43. Chalo, I will continue. I will continue. Let other students join slowly. I will continue. Okay, so we have seen causes of the death after getting the burn injuries. Okay, now we'll go to the next, that is post-mortem appearance. You can hear me, everyone, properly? Yes, please reply. You can hear me properly? Can you hear me so that I can continue? No? No one? ऐकू येतंय का? Hello, can you hear me? हॅलो, आता येतोय का? तेच विचारतोय मी तुम्हाला, मगासपासून आवाज येतोय का? अजिबात नाही? अजिबात नाही? हॅलो, कॅन यू हिअर मी? हॅलो, येतंय का ऐकू? येतोय का आवाज आता? Can you hear me? Now is it okay? Better than previous? हाँ, ठीक है ना आता? Okay, okay, okay. Okay, so when you will get a case, when you will see a case of death by burns, if any person dies by burns and the body comes to you for post-mortem examination, what you are supposed to see? So what changes you will see in case of death by burns? So the post-mortem appearance will depend upon extent of fire. Extent of fire, हाउ लॉन्ग द पर्सन लिव्ड ड्यूरिंग फायर, मतलब एक्चुअली उसे फायर से गिरने के बाद, फायर को एक्सपोज होने के बाद वो कितनी देर तक जिंदा था. देन हाउ लॉन्ग द बरिंग वेंट आफ्टर द डेथ, मरने के बाद भी वो बॉडी कितनी देर तक वही आग में जल रही थी. एंड इंटरनल ऑर्गन्स मे बी इन गुड कंडीशन. सो इन केस ऑफ सुपरफिशियल, in case of superficial injuries, the internal organs may be nice, मतलब इंट्रा एब्डोमिनल और इंट्राथोरेसिक, इंट्राक्रेनियल हो सकता है कि ये सब डीपर ऑर्गन्स they may be in good condition because the injuries are only superficial. So the post-mortem appearance will depend upon extent of fire, how long person lived during the actual fire, and how long बर्निंग वेंट इवन आफ्टर द डेथ, मरने के बाद भी कितनी देर तक बॉडी वैसे ही जलती रही। नाउ वी विल सी एक्सटर्नल पोस्टमार्टम अपीयरेंस। पोस्टमार्टम अपीयरेंस एक्सटर्नली, बाहर से तुम्हें बॉडी पे क्या क्या दिखेगा। सो देयर विल बी स्ट्रॉन्ग स्मेल ऑफ बर्निंग। नाउ कोई भी बॉडी जलने के बाद उसका वो जो मसल्स वगैरह सब जलने की वजह से, स्किन जलने की वजह से, देयर विल बी स्ट्रॉन्ग स्मेल ऑफ बर्निंग। सो द स्ट्रॉन्ग स्मेल ऑफ बर्निंग that you can distinguish whether it was antemortem burns or postmortem burns, मतलब मरने के पहले के बर्न की इंजुरी है या मरने के बाद उसे बॉडी जला दी गई है। सो दैट इज स्ट्रॉन्ग स्मेल ऑफ द बर्न। देन रेड ब्लिस्टर्स और चारिंग, एंड ब्लिस्टर्स में बी रप्चर्ड और कोलैप्स, उसके वो जो फोड़ियाँ आएंगे जलने के बाद, वो जो फोड़ियाँ आती है ना स्किन पे, so this red and blisters or charring will be suggestive of antemortem burns। अगर मरने के बाद किसी बॉडी को जला दिया है, मतलब समझो उसे गला दबा के या पॉइजनिंग करके मार दिया है और बाद में बॉडी जला दी गई, ऐसा शो करने के लिए कि ये कहीं तो घर में आग लग के मर गया या जो भी है, गाड़ी में आग लग के मर गया, ऐसा भी हो सकता है ना, तो उसको गला दबा के या पॉइजनिंग करा के मार डाला है और बाद में सुसाइड का या एक्सीडेंट का शो करने के लिए उसकी बॉडी जला दी गई। तो इसमें इफ द बर्न्स आर एंटीमॉर्टम, मतलब उसकी मौत अगर जलने की वजह से ही हुई है, तो द ब्लिस्टर्स विल अपीयर रेड, ब्लिस्टर्स एंड चैरिंग विल बी देयर एंड द इंजुरीज विल बी रेड। और डेड बॉडी को अगर जला दिया गया तो क्या होगा, दैट ब्लिस्टर फॉर्मेशन विल नॉट बी देयर, द ब्लिस्टर्स में बी रप्चर्ड और कोलैप्स्ड। Then burns of those parts which are covered with loose clothes, those parts of the body which are covered with loose clothes, मतलब ट्रंक, थाई, लेग, जहाँ ज़्यादा टाइट कपड़े नहीं होते हैं वहाँ बर्न इंजुरी ज़्यादा रहेंगे। एंड द पार्ट्स विच आर प्रोटेक्टेड बाय टाइट क्लोथिंग लाइक बेल्ट अराउंड द वेस्ट, अगर कमर पे बेल्ट लगाया हुआ है, शूज पहने हुए हैं, तो फुट उसके फिट प्रोटेक्टेड रहेंगे, उसमें इंजुरीज नहीं रहेंगी। बटन्ड कॉलर या टाई, ऐसा टाइट कुछ रहेगा गले में, तो दैट पार्ट ऑफ द नेक विल आल्सो बी प्रोटेक्टेड फ्रॉम द फ्लेम्स और प्रोटेक्टेड फ्रॉम द बर्न इंजुरीज। Undergarments they are tight, that's why uh, they will be protected from the burn injury, that part will be protected from the burn injury. So parts which are protected by the tight clothing like belt around the waist, shoes, buttoned collar and undergarments, those areas will be protected from the burns or flames। देन अनबर्nt रिस्ट एंड एंकल्स, ऐसा भी हो सकता है कि पूरे बॉडी जल गई है लेकिन रिस्ट में और एंकल में बिल्कुल बर्न की इंजुरी नहीं दिख रहे हैं, वो पैच दिख रहा है, अनबर्nt एरियाज, दैट मीन्स द हैंड्स एंड लेग्स वेर टाइड बिफोर बर्निंग। तो हो सकता है उसके हाथ पैर बांध दिए और बाद में उसे अगर जला दिया गया, सो दैट पार्ट विच हैज बीन tightly pressed by maybe some rope or something like that, the unburnt wrist and ankles should be suspected for they have been tied before burning, तो यहाँ homicide का चांस हो सकता है। neck may be strangulated, neck may be strangulated, or if the unburnt part is seen or that patch is seen on the neck, that means हो सकता है उसका गला पहले से ही दबा दिया गया हो और वो चीज वैसे ही उसके गले में होगी। Then effect of heat on the veins, they will stand out prominently and the condition is called as marbling, that we have already seen. Marbling, I think I have already told you what is marbling. Marbling is asked as a 2-mark question. Marbling we have already seen in decomposition of the body, that is late sign of the death. So in late sign of the death, the veins appear prominently on the skin called as marbling. Same thing, if any person is dead by burns, if there are severe burns all over the body, the veins will appear prominent. So this prominently or standout veins, blue colored irregular veins seen on the body is called as marbling. Then another very commonly asked 2-mark question is boxing attitude or pugilistic attitude. So both meaning is same, boxing attitude or pugilistic attitude, it is generalized flexion of heat stiffening. It is generalized flexion or generalized flexion means all the joints of the body will be flexed, knees will be flexed, hips will be flexed, uh, your uh, Okay, I had lost the network. Okay. So, boxing attitude or pugilistic attitude. Boxing attitude or pugilistic attitude is commonly asked 2 mark question. It is generalized flexion. So, all the joints of the body will be in the position of flexion. Knees flexed, hips flexed, and also elbows are also flexed. So everything will be in the flexion position, and it is also called as heat stiffening. It has no medical legal importance. It is permanent, it doesn't pass off, and skin is leathery. So I tell you, okay, these internal changes we'll see in the next lecture. I will just show you it. Okay, I show you what is boxing attitude, pugilistic or boxing attitude. Now you know how the boxers are standing in the ring when some boxing competition is going on. How the boxers are standing. What is the position of the boxers? See, in this way, they are bent, elbows are, knees are flexed, elbows are like this. So the whole the dead body will be in the flex position, ऐसे, and it will be very stiff, very tight. जैसे तुम राइगर मोटिस you can break with the resistance, ये pugilistic attitude you can, अब कितना भी ताकत लगाओ वो प्रोटीन सब जल जाएंगे ना, मसल के अंदर के प्रोटीन सब जल जाएंगे, जिसकी वजह से वो ऐसा हार्ड स्टिफनिंग ऑफ द मसल विल ऑकर. सो elbows will be flexed, knees will be flexed, back and hip joints are also flexed. That's why this is called as boxing attitude, pugilistic attitude. उसका एक फोटोग्राफ भी है बुक में. इफ यू डोंट हैव बुक, यू कैन सर्च ऑन द नेट आल्सो, यू विल गेट दैट बॉक्सिंग और pugilistic attitude. गॉट, समझ में आ रहा है? What is pugilistic attitude? That is because of stiffening of the or coagulation of the proteins. Coagulation of the proteins present in the muscle because of too much heat, and that will cause stiffening of the muscle. So muscles एकदम ऐसे rigid hard बन जाएंगे, and that will be boxing attitude. ऐसे लगेगा जैसे कि वो boxing position में है. So that is pugilistic attitude. Okay, then today we will stop here. We have seen up to external appearance, external post-mortem appearance in case of burn. Into tomorrow or Monday's lecture. On Monday's lecture, we will see internal post-mortem appearance. Body के अंदर क्या क्या changes हो गए, तुम्हें क्या क्या दिखेगा. On opening the dead body, the person who is died by burns, what changes will be there internally. So that we will see in post-mortem changes internally. समझ में आ रहा है? बोलो बोलो. Okay then. Yes, okay. Okay, today we will stop here. Acha, one homework for you. My yesterday's lecture of stab wound or puncture wound. I had taken that lecture at, I tell you, 11 p.m. कल रात को 11 बजे मैंने वो lecture conduct किया. और उसका वीडियो मैंने आज YouTube पे डाला है. उसका लिंक मैंने तुम्हारे दोनों भी जूनियर सीनियर्स दोनों के भी ग्रुप में डाला है. So I want the view of that lecture. You all are supposed to listen that lecture on the YouTube, and I will see how many students have seen that lecture and for how much time you have attended that lecture. मुझे सब पता चलेगा कितने लोगों ने देखा है और कितनी देर तक देखा है. That I will see in detail. Accordingly I will write your attendance. So please listen that video of stab wound or puncture wound and ask me if you have any query about it. Okay, then I will end the meeting for all. We will stop here today. Bye. See you. Bye, everyone.